Big John Studd had retired in 1988, but he's going to be making his return by the end of the year, and he's going to be coming back with a big push, and he's actually going to go on to win this Royal Rumble in '89. Jim, did you get a lot of interaction with Big John Studd?
Yeah, sure did. I worked with Big John a lot. I got along with John. He was a big man. John, of course, when you have Andre in the mix, it's hard to say, well, this guy's a big guy, but Big John Studd was a big, big man. And we did a lot of tag action. It was me and Big John against Haku and Andre. So
okay.
we worked that around the loops a few times. So I got to know John pretty well. He was a gentleman too. But Andre didn't like him.
So yeah, I've heard that story. What was going on between the two of them?
I don't know what the backstory was. I know one time Big John potatoed Andre pretty bad. Andre was kind of hurting back in the dressing room. Everybody's standing around Andre, and he's down. And Big John comes in. He goes, Andre, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Andre goes, sorry means shit to me. Like, I'm going to the shower, guys.
Yikes. Yeah, that is not a guy you want to have heat with.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, Andre was a true giant. Like I said before, guys like the Big Show, Shaquille O'Neal, guys like that, they're big, well-proportioned men. Where Andre had that giant disease, he was a giant after Princess Bride. I mean, perfect casting.
Yes. He was. And yeah, it's Jake has told the story about Andre absolutely hating Big John Studd. Apparently he also hated Savage. Did you ever see any of that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he hated Savage. He didn't like Savage. He didn't like working with Savage. And Savage was afraid of him, as he should have been. Andre could hurt you by accident. Especially he was unstable. He'd have you by the throat, and you'd be down on your knees looking up at him. And he's good doing this deal. You're like, oh, shit. Even if he falls, he's breaking my back. I mean, it's not good. But one time I remember when they first started putting them together, and Macho started to oil up. And Andre says, I do not like oil. And Macho took the oil and put it right in the trash. No problem. Yeah.
That's probably the right approach.
One of the smartest moves I ever saw, and I wish I'd thought of, was actually a class move, is the guy I'm not a big fan of, Ultimate Warrior. When Warrior went to work with Andre, he bought him a bottle of real expensive wine or bourbon or whatever the hell it was, and brought it in and gave it to Andre and showed a lot of respect for Andre doing that favor for him.
Wow.
Yeah. So I put Warrior over for that.
That is not something you expect to hear about when it comes to Warrior, because I mean, the only stories I ever hear from guys who knew him was like, oh my God, he was an asshole.
That's 99% of the stories, brother. But everybody's got a little bit of good in them or something, and plus it was Andre the Giant.
You better mind your P's and Q's.
I get on the airplane, I'd be next to a businessman. He'd go, man, I had a rough day at the office. I'd be like, brother. Let me tell you, I just got done with a giant, and he still had villagers in his teeth from the night before. I'm like, had a rough day at the office.
Ooh, man. Yeah, it's he's a monster, and so is Studd here. And yeah, it's as you mentioned,
Big John, yeah.
Yeah, he's
but like I said with Andre, John didn't get the credit I think he deserved, and he was a soft-spoken gentleman. He really was.